Hello friends, welcome to Naked Core. This is going to be a very brief video. I'm going to film our harvest of our very first squash. Thanks to all of you guys for all the help and information. Mark, Gabby, all of you have given us some guidance on being able to pollinate our squash. So now we have one big beautiful squash and we already have two other ones growing. So I'm going to harvest the first one. This is a heirloom small breed, so you can't let it grow past 8 inches. So we have to harvest it earlier than the standard, I think, 12-inch squash that you can usually get. So here is our ginormous, quite a big plant actually, the squash plant. It's quite healthy, and here is our big squash that's ready to be harvested. And there are the two little ones here on the side. I don't know if you can see them, but there's a little guy right there. A little girl, I should say, because the females give the fruit. And there's another one here. And there's another female right here that's also growing, but it's hard to see them between these big branches. So I looked it up how to harvest them. With squash, you can't just yank them out. You have to actually cut them out of the plant. And supposedly a healthy squash plant will give you between 8 to 20 fruits per plant. So here goes. You simply take a knife and you gently cut the edge of the squash, making sure you're not cutting anything else around it. And there we go. Here is our beautiful squash. I can't wait. This is the very first one that we grew ourselves. Here is the female flower that we pollinated. It's completely dry by now, but we didn't want to touch it. We wanted to make sure that we actually get a fruit out of it. So yeah, this has been great. It's amazing. I'm so inspired to grow more and more now, so I can't wait to get more squash here. As you can see, we have a couple of squash plants. There's another squash plant here that's a baby, but it's growing. This is the super baby. This I think is only 3 weeks old. There's some kale here, and there's in the back there's some Swiss chard, but it's, I think, doing sort of okay because it's quite hot, so it's not growing that fast. These plants the squash takes over the patch here. But here we have some mint leaves growing. Right here, they deter all different kinds of insects, especially ants, so it really helped with the ant situation. This is all organic, so we have no pesticides or anything. Completely not needed. As you can see, it's a really healthy patch. It's raised on a bed, so it's protected from being directly on the ground. Here we have a small tomato plant. That's a baby, but this is a giant tomato plant by now. It's, I would say, close to 3 feet tall maybe. And I just noticed the very first flowers of the tomato right there just now started coming out, so that means we're going to start getting tomatoes pretty soon. Hopefully they pollinate right. These are our amazing beets that are growing here. These leaves are so beautiful. JC actually thought they were Swiss chard because they're so amazing how they look. They almost look edible actually. And then we have here, these are cucumbers. They are growing all over the map. They're full of flowers embedded. I don't know if you can see them, but they're full of flowers crawling everywhere. They're like vines. They got giant. This was so small when we first started, but there's so much now. We have a little bit of spinach there, but it's really supposed to be a winter plant, so they're doing okay. I don't know if they're gonna do too well, but it's our spinach here. And I think that's about it on this patch. We have another patch growing on the other side, but we'll show you next time. It's still a baby, and those are in the making. We already harvested the radishes, and yeah, this is my zen spot of the house. I love it. I love coming out here. So thanks for tuning in and seeing our very first squash harvest. Again, thank you friends for all the suggestions and help. I don't know if we would have made it without it all though. We saw some bees, actually about 3 or 4 bees in the morning. They come and pollinate the flowers, and when I got home just earlier, they're full of white butterflies. So I think it's a good sign of a healthy garden. No pesticides, no chemicals, nothing. So thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time on Naked Core.